Lala. So today I'm here to talk about something that God has been placing in my spirit lately. And he's basically been telling me to continue being a good person. So a lot of times, and I know you good people out there can relate, even if you haven't been as good of a person all of your life, and maybe you have just started to make that change and become a good person, and you've started to treat people how you want to be treated, or you just made some sort of drastic change and you're just more nicer and you just give more. But this is for all of you out there, the ones who have always done the right thing, or even the ones who have just started doing the right thing. You know, a lot of times when you do the right thing, you don't always receive what you thought you would receive back. So let me kind of go into more detail about that. So a lot of times when you're good to people, you don't always get that back in return. At least not from those same people. Or if you do receive it from those same people, you'll probably receive it down the line when they realize that you were actually looking out for them, and that you were actually that good friend. You were actually that good person. So a lot of times we don't receive back what we thought we were going to receive. We don't receive things back like this all the time. But what God placed in my spirit the other day was to keep being a good person. He said to me, he said, keep being a good person. Keep being a good person. And, you know, I was just driving and I just heard him say that, like, keep being a good person. And he wanted me to get on here and tell y'all that too. Like, keep being a good person. If you are giving, and if you are such a giving person, whether it's you know, giving money, or you're giving food to someone, or you're giving encouragement, you're always there for people who aren't always there for you. And, you know, certain people have still walked out on you when you know you were a good person. Just keep being a good person, because you will receive your reward really soon. You are going to receive your reward really soon. And so when he said that, I'm like, wow, like, that's amazing. Like wow. Because, you know, sometimes when you're a good person and you don't always receive the same back in return, it is a bit discouraging, you know. Not a bit, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very discouraging. It can be very discouraging when you feel like you are such a good person and other people around you aren't realizing that. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of times people do realize that you are a good person, but the thing is, people don't know how to be vulnerable and receive it. That's one of the issues today. A lot of people don't know how to be vulnerable and receive the good that you're giving, or sometimes it just shocks them so much that someone can be so good to them. It shocks them so much that you are a true person that they can lean on, and therefore them being in shock, it just makes it so hard to accept it. It makes them feel like, wow, like, this is too good to be true, I gotta back away. And you would think that, you know, people would run towards this. You know, you would think that people would run towards this blessing, that blessing. They would run towards you being that blessing to them. But a lot of times people just don't know how to accept it. So if you're going through something like this right now, I'm here to tell you that it is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. All right? Everything is going to be okay. And look at it through a different perspective, okay? This is for someone. Look at it through a different perspective. So if you have been doing good, and for example, another example, you know, say if you're always giving to people who are in need, all right, and you've been like kind of realizing that a lot of these people aren't really in need, and that they are just, you know, kind of leeching off of you, or they're taking advantage of you because you're a good person, and they know that, you know, you'll kind of take care of their expenses, or you'll just take care of, you know, just anything, like money wise, or say if they look like they're in need, and they're begging for money, or they're begging for something to eat, and you feed them, and then you kind of find out that they weren't as poor or they weren't as needing as you thought they were, right? Continue doing the right thing. Continue doing the right thing, because at the end of the day, you're still going to receive your blessing. Okay, you're still going to receive your blessing in the end, because you did it out the kindness of your heart and the generosity out of your heart, right? So don't even worry about it, and see it all from a different perspective. And I also have a scripture from 2 Corinthians 9:6. And it is, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows generously will also reap generously. And see, the other times when I saw this scripture, I immediately thought about how you sow a seed in church. I would think of it in that way. But the more I read and the more I walk with God, my wisdom, it just grows. And he put this scripture in my spirit when he told me to go ahead and make this video. He put that scripture in my spirit. And so I've come to the realization that that scripture also means that whatever you sow, you will reap it. Okay? Whatever you sow, you will reap it. So if you're sowing good things, if you're sowing, all of that encouragement to others, if you're being there for others who aren't always there for you, if you're always that one phone call away, but others aren't always that one phone call away, if you're always that listening ear, but you feel like other people aren't always that listening ear, if you're always that giver, you're always giving, because you hate seeing people down, or you hate the fact that people are always around you, telling you their struggles and the things that they have going on in life, even if they're not truly struggling for real. We have people out there who is like that, people who just want to take advantage of you. Keep doing it, just keep giving. But the thing is, it's not good to be taken advantage of. And if you are in a certain place in life and you're beginning to feel like people around you are taking advantage of you, pray about it and ask for discernment, and ask God to help you to properly take the necessary steps to stop giving to the wrong people. But if you have been giving to the wrong people, then don't worry. Do not beat yourself up over it. Do not stress about it, because you will sow what you reap. Okay? So I thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. I hope and pray that this word has been a blessing to you all. So yeah, bye.